TikToks that I made just got me fired.
I just got fired from my job this week for making a TikTok.
I just lost my job.
And delete everything off my page. I tried to post it to my eyes only and get it all off my page before I called HR. Y'all, HR already had everything in their file. She said, April so-and-so 2020 da-da-da-da-da, you posted this pretending like you was asleep. And I had an interview and all. Tell me why the same lady that put me on my old job went ahead and called. See that you can never work for Allied again.
I don't understand nor comprehend how a lot of you haven't come to the conclusion that whatever you post here will inevitably find you.
And everything, like he was just doing the absolute most. And me and that manager kind of got cool. He saw like, hey, let me not, I'm making my videos like normal. I'm chilling. It's such a chill site. It's probably like 7:30. They called me to the office. They said, hey, Aisha, the manager want to speak to you. Mind y'all, I keep getting write-ups about my socks, write-ups. So I go to the office. It's the manager that I was fussing with, but then we got cool. And then the new manager that nobody likes. He's just he's one of them lame black dudes that got some power all of a sudden. Like he was probably lame in school and lame all his life, and now he got some power and he trying to take advantage of it. That's what he reminded me of. And so I go in the office, he handed me a piece of paper. I said, what is this? He said, oh, nothing really, it's just an old write-up. I wanted you to sign it so you can acknowledge the fact that you've seen it and you da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, why once I signed the paper, he looked at it, made sure it was my right signature. He said, yeah, you're terminated. I said, what? So me signing that paper was my termination? Are you serious? I said, for what? He said, oh, we've been getting calls that you've been posting on TikTok and posting on social media wearing the Allied uniform. I said, sir, I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. He said, yeah, well, that's not illegal.
That's a problem. You're wearing their uniform. Take it off. Obviously, they got complaints. So it could be somebody that worked there, threw you under the bus, saw you wearing an Allied uniform and said, she's representing the company. And I can tell from how you're talking, she probably listened to some ratchet music, shaking her butt. I'm a ratchet. I'm a little ratchet. Calling herself a little ratchet. A lot is not a little ratchet.
He said that's against company policy and you gotta go. Y'all, every time a company fired me for no reason, I get so pissed. I got so mad. I started cussing that man out. And this is why I'm ineligible for rehire with Allied Universal. I cussed that man out. I said, I don't even want to talk about what I said. It was very unprofessional, and I've already forgiven myself for that, and I won't do it again. I'm learning to be professional. I cussed him out. I said, are you kidding me? I do so much for this job. You just got here 3 days ago, and you're going to fire their best employee? Are you I left out. He was trying to escort me off the premises. Absolutely not. You didn't tell me I was getting fired. I left my bag, my keys, my phone, not my phone, my bag, my keys, and my water bottle all the way across the building at the post I was at. I'm going to go get that, and then I'll...
Why do they always do that when they get fired? I remember this girl got fired, right? She started counting out the register like, lady, let it go. You're already fired.
Why they following me around like I'm about to do so much destruction or something? I've been working for y'all. Y'all know me. Why would you? That's crazy because TikTok, like, and then the Allied videos was like some of my most viral videos. So they probably did see me posting and stuff. So y'all, I called HR. I said, yeah, they trying to get me in trouble saying that I'm posting on the site. Y'all, I thought I was slick. I tried to hurry up and delete everything off my page. I tried to post it to my eyes only and get it all off my page before I called HR. Y'all, HR already had everything in their file. She said, April so-and-so 2020 da-da-da-da-da, you posted this pretending like you was asleep on March so-and-so 20 da-da-da-da-da.
You posted something pretending like you're asleep on a job? You gotta be kidding me.
You posted this dancing in the break room on April da-da-da-da-da. You posted this dancing on the table. I said, then I tried to snitch on everybody else. I said, but I be seeing so many other people in Allied uniforms posting and they don't never get in trouble. She was like, yeah, I understand that, but we were getting da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe they haven't got caught yet, but they will be dealt with. Da-da-da. I'm sorry, y'all. I snitched because I'm not about to be the only one that's getting fired for that. So that was probably like a year ago. I tried to apply a couple months ago, and I had an interview and all. Tell me why the same lady that put me on my old job went ahead and called me. She was like, yeah, Miss Greer, I see that you can never work for Allied again. I wanted to go ahead and call you and let you know before you make a trip up here. Da-da-da-da-da. You can't work for us no more. I said, what?
Congratulations. You played yourself.
I gave all my years to this place, and I just can't work for y'all no more just like that. That's insane. So, y'all, watch out what y'all posted on TikTok with these jobs, these security jobs. They do not play. They don't play. Even though they are jokes, security jobs are a joke. I mean, I miss security. It was so easy. I could sleep. I was a mobile security. I was a outpost security. I was all type of securities that you can think of. Watching the cameras all night security. Just any type of security. Like, I love security, but security jobs are a joke. It's nothing serious. We don't got no authority. It's just, I don't know, y'all. Just be careful if you work for Ally Universal. Just be careful what you post. Be careful who you tell about your social media to. Just be careful because they be on that.
Well, I'll give you that. At least you're warning people because a lot of people need that warning. But you know what happens? They won't listen because they call themselves getting a bag or they call themselves going viral. But a lot of times, that's all you're trying to do is go viral one time and not make any money. Like, I gotta say this because a lot of people may not understand social media. That viral video, right? Say you get 300,000 views, you have to do that consistently. Now, if you're getting 300,000 views per video, you're winning. That's much different. But I know on TikTok, it doesn't really make as much money as people hope to make. But some people are making bank on TikTok. But I know now with the way the algorithm is, they're making less. That's what I heard. I need to get on TikTok to find out.
Say to not post day in the life, get ready with me, come to work with me when you are really working. I don't care how much you blur it out, there's always going to be a slip up. If you guys know, I post content on here, Instagram, LinkedIn all the time. I have just as many followers on my other platforms as I do on here. So all I do is post content, come work with me, things like that. But I posted a video on here that got me fired. And like many other people, you want to advocate, say, hey, this is what a day in the life of a logistical analyst, procurement, whatever, right? You want to show people ask like, hey, what do you do in your day to day while you're working to see if your career is something that they want to develop in. And like this video, it was really no different than my other content, except I kind of dived a little bit deeper and obviously too deep, right? So let's get into it. So this particular video, and it might still be on my page on TikTok. I know it's not obviously on my Instagram anymore, and that's where I got caught. But this video was a particular day in the life of me greeting my employees, going through my workload.
You greeted employees. You went through your workflow. You exposed sensitive information about the company. They hold that personal. They can't trust you. Both of them did something where they had to get fired. They had to fire you. You signed documents that show, if you violate the company in any way, we have all rights to termination. And also, even just for posting, they have those rights. But you ladies posted on a job.
Showing my phone, my work phone, and things like that. Literally knew all about the content, blurring it out, not zooming in, staying very far from the screen, right? But there was a slip up in my video. And honestly, the slip up was so much discreetful that I really did not even get called in about this until a month later. That's how like minimal this situation was and how oblivious I was. Like, what? When it kind of got brought to me, I was like, when did I even post this? Because I post content so much that I didn't even realize, right? But long story short, I posted the video. There was a piece in it about showing what customers put in as far as their conversations, and that part I did not blur out. It was too much of a risk analysis if somebody really wanted to go ahead and crack the code of like who this customer was, what was going on, where do they live, right? And the company brought it to my attention. Somebody previously had did a day in a life situation and they had to let them go. My video.
I gotta say this, right? You ladies are doing this. You do understand that companies, I think it's best to delete those videos. Even though they can find it, they'll see that you're not posting any longer Because if you want to get another job, if you don't want to get a job, that's fine. Do social media. That's what I do. But if you want to get another job, take the videos down because they still can find it. They still can see you posted on social media if they want to do a deep dive. But a lot of times they'll see it live. And if they did find out, okay, she did content in the past, where is it now? They may not hold it against you. Keep your fingers crossed. Hope for the best. Delete that content.
It was when I say 99% like being like closed lip. You didn't even know the company that I was talking about or the project that I was working on. But that one little slip up cost me my job. And as sorrowful as I was, it was nothing that I could do. They were very nice. I was a great employee. They actually gave me a referral and recommendation for my current role because it was a very unfortunate. We did it before. We had to do it again for you. Like we could not, show favoritism type of thing. But this goes to show you, no matter how good you do your job, keep your job to yourself. You can tell your people, your friends at a happy hour, like, oh, I did this. Don't bring it to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Don't talk about your employees. Don't talk about nothing. Keep it on the low. Even on LinkedIn. If you don't want to post every time you get a new role on LinkedIn, who cares? You don't need to, right? Keep it very discreet because I wish I did.
Always on here making like funny TikToks. When I be like on breakout work and stuff, I be making TikToks. So the TikToks that I made just got me fired. They just fired my ass. So y'all be careful with posting TikToks, even if it's not your voice, even if you're not saying where you work at. You being in uniform and making certain TikToks with certain captions or anything can cause you to get fired from your job at a clinic. And
man,
yeah, everything happened for a reason though. So I'm upset because I love my job, but it's okay. But y'all be careful with them TikToks because
yeah, tell that information. Be careful. But it's not that everything happens for a reason. You were fired for a reason. You posted TikToks in uniform. All of you are guilty. In a trial of your peers, you know how they did back in the days, like say in Roman times? Guilty. Off with your head. That's how it was. And that's what they're doing now at these jobs. Off with your head. You're fired. They're kicking you out immediately. And I understand it. I mean, everybody does. Everybody watching gets it. And you know what? I know what you're thinking. Because then after, it's going to be so hard. Well, you're not thinking it, but after this, it's going to be so hard to find a job because they all going to see, wait a minute, what happened at your last job? What are you going to say? A lot of times they can see it because your job may post what happened. You better hope and beg that they don't, because if they do, you're going to have a hard time getting a job for a long while.
I really just got fired because of my TikToks. Guys, sorry, I'm back home now. Oh my god, I'm like literally shaking. I just lost my job that I worked at for 2 years because I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to like record at the restaurant and make TikToks, which sounds dumb. Like I understand the reason I was let go, but no one like told me that I couldn't do it. Like no one told me that it wasn't allowed or that I was gonna, like I didn't even get in trouble for it. I didn't get a write-up for anything. I've never gotten a write-up at that place. Like I've worked there for over 2 years. And like, it just feels so like out of the blue. Like, I don't know. I just can't believe I just got fired. I got a call and I actually missed it because I was literally at Pilates. And then I came out of Pilates, so I had a missed call. And it was from the like HR department at my work. I cannot disclose the company's name. Okay, I can't. They called me and they were like, you are terminated immediately, and they want me to take down all of my TikToks. So unfortunately there will not be any more come work a serving shift with me videos. I cannot believe this just happened. I cannot believe it.
Come work a surfing shift with me? Oh man, these day in their lives is the end of you ladies. It is. Come work a shift with me? She could be one of those girls. Guys, I'm serving a customer. I'm I'm getting the tip. This customer didn't give me. Could you imagine? She had a server job. This customer didn't tip me. Her name is Sally. Like she told me her name is Sally. Like, what are you thinking? It wasn't just dancing. It wasn't just that. Come work a server shift with me. Look at me wave to the nice customers. Bye, Rafi. You know the dog's name? You know, they let the dogs in the restaurant sometimes. Bye, Rafi. Exposing everything.
About how I just got fired from my job this week for making a TikTok. So last week I worked on New Year's Day, and that was the last time I worked. So, I mean, New Year's Eve. Sorry, New Year's Eve day. And that night I got a call and I was asked to explain Christmas Day, which I made a TikTok with 2 other girls that I worked with. And so I mean, I admitted that, it was my idea. I picked the TikTok. And then they were, asking me, did everyone know you were going to post it? And of course, you don't really make a TikTok not to post it, right? So, anyways, they said, we'll figure it out by Friday. We'll call you and let you know. And I was like, okay. If you're going to be fired or if you're not going to be fired. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they asked me to take everything down. I took anything down that was in the operating room. I did like some day in the lives and, never showing any indication of where I worked or anything like that. But, like they said, it could be traced back. I text one of them Friday, one of my managers, and they're like, well, you can come talk to us on Monday. And I'm like, okay. So I go in on Monday and, after all weekend of like stressing, and I'm pretty sure their mind was already made up on what they were going to do, but they, handed me my papers. They terminated me. Went and got my stuff out of my locker. Nothing happened to the other 2 girls, which I'm glad, because I didn't want either one of them to be, fired. I'll just, I can be fine. I'm fine. But moral of the story is, don't post TikToks at work. And the TikTok that I posted was like a viral OR TikTok that I looked at. It was like deductible December. Looked it up. And it was like the same song, the same words over and over again, so, but it's like our parents always used to tell us, just because somebody else does it doesn't mean you need to do it. So I've learned my lesson, and hopefully somebody else will hire me as a surgical tech. I have 5 years of experience in ortho and neuro. Help a sister out. I've never done anything to jeopardize it.
Listen, losing your job is a horrible experience, especially in this economy. You do not want to be losing your job. Everything is so expensive and it's going to keep getting more expensive. People have an exorbitant amount of debt. So losing your job is not a fun thing for to happen, right? I then saw her work.
That's the same thing I was saying. It's already so hard to find a job now. And they're losing their jobs in this economy. Foolish.
Blogs. Mamita, what were you doing? What were you thinking? Clearly, you weren't thinking, but like, what's going on? I fear that your work vlog served as evidence as to why you got fired. And the confusion is confusing me because you're the one that filmed yourself step by step, giving timestamps of what you did, where you did it. I'm genuinely confused as to why you're confused. And I get it. I know it's 2025. A lot of people are leaning into content creation and trying to become influencers, whether it's part time, full time. I understand that. And sometimes it incorporates their 9 to 5. Some of you guys do day in the lives, you do lifestyle content. That happens, right? There's a way that you can do that and I don't want to say involve, but kind of show what you do as a 9 to 5 without really showing what you do at your 9 to 5. And it's because of people like her that a lot of 9 to 5 corporate jobs or settings are updating their social media policies. And rightfully so, I may add, because a lot of the stuff that she showed is sensitive information. Like, I genuinely wonder how some of you, one, got the job, and then two, kept it for so long and was able to do all of this without it being an issue. And third of all, how some of y'all survive, because common sense is not so common here. Personally, her number one mistake was always showing her badge. Why would you do that? Why? The number one thing that crosses my mind is safety. I don't want no random Joe Schmo knowing where I work and what are my moves during my day. That's number one. I don't know why that's not clocking. She has shown herself going into the money vault or wherever Mac keeps their money, taking money out of there, having the machine count said money, and then she flashes it to the camera. Why would that? Again, I wonder about a lot of you. To make matters worse, she ends up filming in one of her videos a meeting, a Zoom meeting. Like,
Wow.
Other people haven't consented to being a part of your content, number one. Let's put that out there. But number two, why are you filming a Zoom meet? Why are you filming a meeting in general? That's sensitive information there. And then you go and proceed to like give a breakdown of like how many sales were done in each shift. And you wonder why you got fired? You're wondering why you got fired. Chica, hazme favor. Also, why would you film yourself closing? Number one, right? Again,
guys, you can't make this stuff up.
Safety, nowhere in sight, nowhere in mind. But two, you're closing the store and you show yourself taking the money at the end of the shift, end of the day, and where you're gonna go and deposit that money. Like, why? You know how I know that the delusion is grander, aside from the fact that she can't recognize why she lost her job, number one. Number two is the fact that there were a lot of people in her comment section telling her, hey, I don't think this is smart. I don't think this is a bright idea for XYZ reasons. And then she goes on and goes on to like comments that were saying, oh, she shouldn't have gotten fired. She should have gotten a warning or a write-up, but not
Well, she should have been fired.
She worked at a Mac store at LAX.
Wow.
An airport.
Wow.
You think that they
yeah, I didn't even think about that. Of
the
course.
same way as a regular Mac store.
No, somebody can rob you.
Place?
Yeah.
Oh no. Dime linda. I don't understand nor comprehend how a lot of you haven't come to the conclusion that whatever you post here will inevitably find you in real life. We've seen it with people acting crazy in real life, getting filmed, and them losing their jobs for it.
Man, what a fool.
Supporting a Black-owned business, but no one talks about the unstructured and non-support of Black businesses within their community. My name is...
Today I got fired from the salon. I may go viral. What do you consider viral? It could have been like 300,000 views, but were those people buying anything there? You got to understand, viral to you, because you went viral on TikTok, the video went viral, doesn't mean those are going to be paid customers. The salon thinks about it that way.
Joy Corday, and I just got fired from a Black-owned salon called Trinity Lux Co. in Savannah, Georgia, located in Oglethorpe Mall. Now, I am the longest lasting stylist, was the longest lasting stylist, highest earning, most promoting, opportunity client bringing stylist that has been in that establishment. Today I got fired because I am a very need clarity person. We are a booth rent salon, but we are treated like employees. And also, we are treated like a summit salon, which usually in the cosmetology world are commission-based salons, which we aren't. So we have a ladder, which comes from entry, junior, senior, and then lead stylist. Most of the time, lead stylist, as of only the one person in there, is management. They started this thing where we do star stylist of the month. When we log in these points of everything that we do throughout the month, and whoever has the most amount of points, they get to be star stylist, and their face will be in front of the salon. Last month, I had gotten this month I had received star stylist of the month. So the owner, Trinity, had recently posted a picture about who has been in the lead, which was the lead stylist, aka management, aka HR. So my question, no disrespect, very clear and straightforward, a concerning person who is a contractor paying full booth rent and not in management, because as repeated over and over and over again in every meeting, who's ever on the gold list or highest on the Lux ladder goes with the owner and management to everything that they do, meaning that management automatically gets the incentives that whoever is at the top of the of the ladder gets anyway. So I sincerely asked, I said, how the leader was in the lead, by the way, Alexis, she was in the lead. And I asked, I said, how does she get to potentially be a star stylist when she already gets all of the benefits a star stylist gets as management? So they proceed to say, well, she has to work as hard to stay up the ladder as much as everyone else does. And as much as you can go up, you could come down as well. I said, well, we know that Alexis is never going down the ladder, but okay. So she proceeds to say, yeah, because of the morals she has and this, that, and the third, she will not be going up the ladder. So you just proved my point. So I'm like, all I'm saying is, if she gets all the benefits of a star stylist anyway, being in management, what's the point of her being in the process of moving up the Lux ladder when she's the supervisor and she deducts points from everybody else? She will never get her points deducted. No matter how much she put in there, she will always be on top because she's management and she keeps up with all the ducks in a row with everybody anyways. So then she says some smart shit, something Otis, and I'm like, ain't no need to be a smart ass. I'm asking a genuine question. Oh, it was just the honest typo. I'm asking a professional question because it's a lot of shit goes down in this salon that nobody else speaks up about, but I'm gonna ask, because if I'm paying $1,000 a month in here for a chair and one shampoo bar, I probably gotta wait 30 for it because there's somebody else using it. I got questions and I want to know, and y'all just get so emotional, so pissed off. So I left the group chat because obviously this isn't going nowhere, as it always does when I ask a simple question in the salon, in the group chat. That's a general question for everybody that everyone should know. It's always a problem. So Trinity texted me this long.
I can tell already from the way you're complaining, they had to get rid of you. Seriously, you said you're paying for a booth? It didn't make sense to them. No mas. They said no more. Leave. And I get it. I can tell you're a very controversial person, hard to deal with. I wouldn't want to deal with it either.
Just got fired from her job out of nowhere for TikTok videos that she had posted that her bosses did not like.
I just got fired.
So somebody had sent her bosses, the higher ups, some of her TikTok videos to which they didn't like, and now she's confused as to why she got fired. Now, technically, most jobs have an at-will termination policy, meaning they can fire you over anything except for discrimination, things like gender, race, and religion, or things like retaliation, like if you report the fact that they are doing something illegal. So now Riley's wondering what she's going to do for money and is still confused as to why she got fired, so I went to her profile to kind of check things out to see why. It seems as though she posts a lot of videos with dogs, regular girl content, but the one thing that I've noticed with a lot of her videos is it seems to be that she's doing it from within the office. And even though she doesn't tell you who she's working for or the office she's in, this is probably the reason they fired her. She expresses how much she loved her job and the people that she worked with and can't believe that she got fired. And most people would agree firing her over this is kind of a load of crap. I'd rather have somebody that loves working for the company and post fun TikTok videos versus somebody who doesn't love the company, who's just milking the company for money. So I wanted to make a video running up support for Riley, and you could go to her page, find this video here, and just by liking and or commenting on it, she'll hopefully earn money from the TikTok Creator Program, helping her in this transition between now and a new job.
I'm going to finish it off with this. He said, load of crap. It's not a load of crap because you said you saw a lot of videos of her posting on TikTok at work. And also, they would have probably fired her if she would have showed herself working, because you saw other ladies get fired for that. But just because she's posting at work, they have all rights to fire her. You should be so busy at work that you're not posting. When you're on break, you should be out of your office. Then you should be posting from outside of the office. The screws are missing, and that's what happens in this new generation we got going on now. Everybody is entitled, and everybody thinks they deserve, and that's why they don't really hire people that much anymore. That's why it's so hard to get hired. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.